The internet is asking one explosive question. Why do some people keep looking backward while others keep moving forward? That question is fueling the non-stop drama surrounding Papoose, Remy Ma, and Claressa Shields, and social media cannot stop talking about it. According to online critics, every new headline seems to reveal the same pattern. While Remy Ma continues building her legacy and staying relevant, many believe Papoose keeps revisiting old victories instead of creating new ones. And the more this conversation grows, the more people begin comparing where both stars stand today. Fans say Remy's journey has always been about resilience. Through setbacks, challenges, and public scrutiny, she repeatedly found ways to bounce back stronger. That's why many viewers are questioning why the spotlight keeps shifting toward old stories instead of current accomplishments. To them, the contrast is impossible to ignore. But that's only where the controversy begins. Claressa Shields has now become a major part of the discussion, with social media users constantly drawing comparisons between her and Remy. From fashion choices to public appearances, critics claim there are similarities that keep showing up online. Whether those comparisons are fair or completely exaggerated, they continue spreading across platforms and fueling debate. What makes the situation even more dramatic is that every attempt to criticize Remy appears to have the opposite effect. Instead of damaging her image, it often creates a larger wave of support. Comment sections fill with people reminding others of her accomplishments, influence, and lasting impact. The criticism grows louder, but so does the support. Then comes the conversation about loyalty. For years, Papoose was praised for standing beside Remy during difficult chapters of her life. It became one of the most celebrated narratives in hip-hop culture. But now, some critics argue there may have been far more happening behind the scenes than fans originally realized. Claims and opinions circulating online suggest Remy may have contributed more to maintaining stability than many people previously acknowledged. Whether those claims are true or not, they have reopened old debates and forced fans to reconsider a story many accepted without question. And that's where perception enters the picture. One side sees dedication, sacrifice, and unwavering support. The other sees a carefully managed public image that may not reveal the entire truth. As opinions continue flooding social media, the divide between those viewpoints keeps getting wider. Fans have also started revisiting career history. During the mid-2000s, both Remy and Papoose were pursuing major opportunities. Remy's momentum continued growing through music and public recognition, while many expected Papoose to reach similar heights. When those expectations failed to fully materialize, critics say the difference between their career paths became increasingly noticeable. Because of that history, some online observers believe unresolved frustration could still be influencing today's drama. Fair or not, that theory continues gaining attention. Their reasoning is simple. When someone repeatedly highlights the past, people naturally wonder whether there is enough happening in the present. Meanwhile, Claressa Shields finds herself under an even brighter spotlight. Long before any controversy, she had already established herself through championship victories, titles, and achievements. But once her name became connected to the ongoing headlines, public scrutiny intensified. Suddenly, every move became part of a much larger conversation. Critics argue that public perception is often shaped by the people around you. They believe relationships can influence how audiences interpret success, setbacks, and controversy. In today's social media era, every connection becomes a storyline and every headline becomes another piece of a bigger narrative. And maybe that's the real lesson hidden inside this entire saga. Public image matters. But perception can matter even more. The internet rarely focuses on one event by itself. Instead, it connects old stories, analyzes every detail, and creates endless theories. Fair or unfair, those narratives often become more powerful than the facts themselves. Right now, one opinion continues dominating comment sections everywhere. Remy Ma appears to command attention without chasing it. Supporters argue that while others remain trapped in comparisons and old chapters, she continues moving forward and writing new ones. So the real question isn't who started the drama. The real question is why the comparisons refuse to end. As social media watches every move, every comment, and every headline, One thing remains crystal clear: this story is far from finished. Success, pride, reputation, and controversy have collided in a way that keeps audiences completely invested. And with every new development, the internet believes it is witnessing another chapter unfold in real time. The fallout is growing, the debate is getting louder, and the drama shows no signs of slowing down. Many critics believe Claressa Shields is making a mistake by trying to compete in a situation where there was never really a competition to begin with. No matter how much people argue about rankings, fans continue pointing out one simple fact: Papoose is still legally connected to Remy Ma. That reality alone has fueled endless debates online and left social media questioning where everyone truly stands.
And this is what he does, man. A lot of people don't. This dude is a funny dude, man. Like, he'll post something disrespectful about a person, and then when they respond, he takes his down real quick. So while you're responding, all of his riders and minions and bots that he got programmed to do what they do, they start saying, oh, why are you cloud chasing? Oh, you better leave 50 alone, because when he respond, you're not going to be able to handle it, because when they go to his page, he done removed his post.
What makes the situation even more surprising is that Claressa already had an incredible legacy of her own. Long before any of this drama started, she built a reputation through discipline, talent, and historic accomplishments. Her story was one of determination, overcoming obstacles, and reaching heights that few people ever achieve. Yet now, instead of conversations focusing on championships and achievements, many headlines revolve around controversy and a complicated relationship. Critics argue that the association has overshadowed accomplishments that once spoke for themselves. And that brings people back to an old saying: the company you keep matters. According to many observers, ever since Claressa became linked to Papoose, the public narrative around her has changed. Supporters may disagree, but critics point to a series of controversies and public disputes that seemed to gain momentum after the connection became public. Whether fair or unfair, perception has become part of the story. That's why so many people continue repeating the same warning. They believe that when someone constantly appears during moments of chaos, eventually questions start being asked. Not because there is proof of wrongdoing, but because patterns create speculation. And on social media, speculation spreads faster than facts. The situation became even more intense after private messages and public accusations started circulating online. Critics claim those revelations painted a picture that many viewers found difficult to ignore. The discussion quickly shifted from admiration to scrutiny, and suddenly every interaction became another topic for internet detectives to analyze. What shocked many people most was the apparent imbalance in the relationship. Some observers argue that while one person seemed deeply invested, the other appeared to be keeping multiple options open. That perception has fueled countless debates, with critics claiming the effort and attention being given were never being returned equally. Meanwhile, Remy Ma's name continues to dominate conversations for a different reason. Rather than fading into the background, she has remained relevant through music, public appearances, and viral moments that keep fans engaged. Every time people think the story is slowing down, another headline brings her right back to the center of attention. One moment in particular had social media buzzing. A lyric widely interpreted as a message directed toward Papoose immediately caught attention. Fans began dissecting every word, convinced it contained references to unfinished business and unresolved tensions. Whether that interpretation was correct or not, the internet ran with it. The reaction was massive. The song generated discussion across platforms, sparked countless reaction videos, and reminded everyone that Remy still knows how to command attention. For supporters, it was another example of her ability to turn personal situations into moments that resonate with audiences. That's where critics say the contrast became impossible to ignore. While Remy was creating new viral moments, Papoose found himself revisiting old accomplishments. One social media post in particular reignited debate after he highlighted a verse from years ago and suggested it deserved legendary status. Instead of receiving universal praise, the comments section exploded with mixed reactions. Many users argued that truly legendary moments don't need constant reminders. They believe greatness is something other people recognize naturally, not something that must be repeatedly announced. The backlash quickly became another trending topic as people debated whether confidence had crossed the line into excessive pride. And that criticism didn't stop there. In the end, many viewers believe this entire situation comes down to one lesson: pride can cloud judgment. When people become obsessed with comparisons, they stop focusing on their own strengths. And when that happens, they risk damaging the very legacy they worked so hard to build. Right now, social media has reached its verdict. While others appear focused on competing, Remy appears focused on succeeding. And according to countless commenters, that's exactly why the comparison keeps backfiring. The bigger they try to compete, the more obvious the gap appears. That's the irony at the center of this entire drama. Some people are chasing validation, while another person is simply collecting victories. And as long as that dynamic continues, this story isn't ending anytime soon. Alright, let us know what you guys think in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and hype up the video for more. Thanks for watching.